Welcome to Powercoat Music. I'm Civil Allen. We spend thousands of dollars on gear for our studios. So why would we want to put that gear, or ourselves for that matter, into an environment that's not good for us? With that, this video is going to talk about 4 suggestions for a better home studio environment. Let's take a look. The first suggestion is going to be to pay attention to the relative humidity in your studio. If your humidity levels are too high, then that's going to contribute to mold and mildew and other bad toxins that can make you sick and also harm your gear. If your humidity levels are too low, then that can also make you sick and have a negative effect on your health because you're not getting enough moisture into your body, and also your gear is not getting enough moisture and components can become brittle. So one of the ways that you can measure the humidity levels in your studio is by buying a hygrometer. A hygrometer is a device that does just that. It measures the relative humidity in your studio. Now, it's suggested that the optimal relative humidity in your studio should be between 40 and 50% relative humidity. So if your environment is too humid, then what you'd want to buy or consider purchasing is a dehumidifier. That will take the moisture out of the air to try and get your humidity level down into the optimum humidity level range, relative humidity level range, which is between 40 and 50%. If your environment is too dry, much like mine is, I need to use a humidifier to get my relative humidity up. It puts more moisture into the air to get it up into the optimal humidity range, which is 40 to 50%. So with that helps my environment for me to be more healthy, especially when I'm doing vocals. It just really is much better for my health, and I'm getting the moisture that I need into my body. It's good for my gear. It's good for my guitars, because nasty things happen to guitars when they're in environments that are too dry. They tend to crack, and when the relative humidity really fluctuates in an environment, it does weird things to guitar necks. It makes them bow backwards and forwards, and it's just not a good thing for your gear. So pay attention to your humidity levels, and that's going to be better for your health and for the health of your gear. Number 2, air purifiers. Do I need to say more? Air purifiers, clean air. Your gear loves clean air as much as you do. Keep the air in your studio as clean as possible. Consider purchasing an air purifier. That's going to keep the dust and dirt off of your gear and out of your gear, and also out of your lungs and your airways, so that you can be healthier and your gear can last longer. This is very important. So consider buying an air purifier for your studio. Suggestion number 3 is a power conditioner. I use Furman power conditioners for my studio. Now, what power conditioners do is it cleans the electricity that comes into your studio. It gets rid of noise, RF signals, and other unwanted items that travel into your studio via your electronic line that degrades the performance of your equipment. So when you get clean electricity into your studio, it helps your equipment to function at the optimized level, or the recommended levels that the manufacturers have suggested. Not only that, it's going to give you a much better recording as well, which is what we all want. So consider a power conditioner for your studio as well. Last but not least, number 4 is consider buying a battery backup. Now you might think to yourself, well, I have a laptop. I do all my recording on a laptop. What do I need a battery backup for? Well, in that case, if you do all of your recording on a laptop, you may not need one. But if you use other devices, other gear, along with your laptop, and you lose power, then you may lose data off of that gear. Or if that gear needs to power down in a certain manner, if it needs to exit gracefully, it can't do that, and it may damage that gear. So one other thing to keep in mind is, if you record in a more old school traditional way like I do, then battery backups are extremely important, because if you lose power, then your whole session stops and you're not able to exit gracefully, and you lose data and your session is pretty much at a dead stop, which is not good. So consider buying a battery backup for your studio as well. So what this video is about is helping your studio to be the best possible place for creativity and composition and recording that it can be. You need the healthiest possible environment to bring out the best that you can be in terms of your recordings. So if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments field below, so please leave me a comment. On the screen right now, click the subscribe to be notified of new content. And thank you for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you soon.